Hi.
Hi, Chrissie Hind.
Yes.
How are you today? This is Lee from Heart FM in Spain. You, obviously, from the Pretenders originally, but now formed a new band, JP, Chrissie and the Fairground Boys. What was the inspiration behind that?
Well, I met this guy, J.P. Jones, in a bar, and he introduced me to this whole new world. I didn't know any of the band. I'd never met J.P. I was on tour, and he sent me some of his songs, and I was just blown away by his songwriting and his voice. And when I came off tour, I said, hey, let's go to Cuba. He took a guitar, and we wrote a whole album. It was totally unexpected. And, now I'm with what I think is the best band in North America. We're on a bus touring. It's just been a revelation, and we haven't even known each other we've only known each other for a year and a half. So
now, something a lot of people probably won't realise is the fact that Chrissie Hind hasn't actually died or anything like that. You've been doing an awful lot of work touring and working on a solo career since the end of the Pretenders.
No, I've never been a solo career person. I just tour with the band over the years, but no, never had any intention of doing anything solo. I never have done. I've always said I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. And I met J.P. Jones and wrote a whole album with him in a matter of weeks.
The album's called Fidelity. How did the album come about? Was it something which you'd sort of discussed for a long time, or was it something which just happened instantaneously?
Well, it happened very quickly. I mean, I met him at a party. I went on tour the next day. He sent me some songs. I fell in love with his songwriting and his voice. Came off tour. I was kind of f***ed up from the tour, so I said, hey, do you fancy going to Cuba with me? And we wrote most of the album in 6 days. We never intended to. And then when we came back and JP made these amazing demos, I said, hey, dude, I don't know about you, but this is the best thing I've ever done. And he went, yeah, it is good, isn't it? So we said, it, let's record it. He introduced me to all the musicians. He wrote it with me, and we produced it together and recorded it and did all this. So, it was a shot out of the, a bolt out of the blue for me. I never saw it coming. Uh-huh. Sort of changed the course of both of our careers. We were going in other directions, and we met each other, and it just changed everything, for me anyway. Everything. You're
actually on tour at the moment, I understand, with the album and with JP, Chrissie and the Fairground Boys. Whereabouts are you playing at the moment?
We just played Akron, Ohio, which is my hometown.
Uh-huh.
So that's why we're a bit rough today, because it was a big party and everything after the show.
What was it like taking the band back there? I mean, taking a Welsh band back to Akron, Ohio.
Well, JP's Welsh. We have one Italian, one guy from Liverpool, our guitar player who grew up in Hong Kong, and our drummer's from Birmingham. It was fantastic taking them back because, frankly, I've had enough of being Chrissie Hind. It could last me for the next 10 lifetimes. And to come back with a different band, and the band is awesome, man. So I think everyone, they come kind of curious what's going on here, and they walk away, blown away like I am every night. So,
do you find it's inspiring, actually working with a different bunch of musicians and looking at music from a different angle, maybe?
Well, I've worked with a lot of different musicians over the years, and I'm not a solo artist. But to meet this, it's just been the best thing that's happened to me since my first band.
Mm-hmm.
I met them. The music's great. I love playing with them. JP's the best singer and songwriter I've ever met. I just hope I have many more chances to write. And we've got another 2 or 3 albums worth of music already. So
you're looking at this as a long-term project. It's not something which is just a sort of one-off.
Definitely not a one-off, no.
Now, the tour is continuing. Can you tell us where you get to next after Akron?
Cleveland.
So you're still out in the States then?
Oh, yeah, we'll be in the States. We're all living on a tour bus, the band and the crew.
Uh-huh.
Right, we love it. And then we'll see from where it goes from there. If anyone likes the album. The thing is, no one buys albums, and we've done this ourselves. It's hard to tell where we can take it because, you've got to break even to keep yourself alive. So it's just a tricky time in music for everyone.
Yeah. The album itself is available through things like iTunes and, I guess, Amazon?
Yeah, it'll be out in Spain in a couple of weeks.
Oh, cool. That'd be good, because we do sometimes find that we're starved of really, really good music out here. It's very, very difficult to get stuff. Have you any intentions of touring in Spain?
Absolutely, man. We love Spain. I mean, JP spends a lot of time there. He speaks Spanish. My mother's got a house in Marbella in Spain, so where are you?
We're just north of Marbella.
Really, whereabouts?
Place called Alarin El Grande, in between in between Malaga and Marbella. So yeah, quite close.
But you know Mijas Costa, where Miraflores is?
Yeah, I've got an apartment there.
Oh, well, we're opposite there. My mum's got a place opposite there on the beach.
Oh, cool. This is JP I'm talking to now, yeah.
Yeah, JP, how's it going?
I'm good. JP, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, we know about Chrissie, but I don't know an awful lot about you. Obviously, you're Welsh, but how did things get going for you?
Well, I was in a band called Grace in Britain, and we were signed, had a big record deal with EMI, and we got dropped like everyone does. And I was doing a solo thing where I was writing with, I was being put in by management with hit songwriters, and I just, it didn't feel right, and I got offered another record deal, and I'd written this album with Chrissie, and best thing I'd ever done, and I just walked away from everything and do this album because it just felt so true. And so there you go, but I grew up in where my parents had an arcade, and my dad made fruit machines, and after being on the fairground, and then he bought a house in Marbella, and so then we go there every year. Crazy that you're there now. I wish I was.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, the weather's gorgeous. It's just the right time of year now. Well, look, if you ever get down here, it'd be fantastic to meet up and do an interview properly, and maybe, come see the band and maybe get some of the band playing live.
Oh, yeah, well, we really, really hope we can do some touring over there, because it'd be a dream. I'll come and see you when I'm there on holidays with my mum next.
You betcha, you better.